Hello there, and welcome to an episode of the Matchday Supplement. Of course, it's Chrysandro, and back with a lovely. Hopefully, it's a good video because we're taking on Lokomotiv Plovdiv in the Europa League qualifier, second qualifying round, and I arrived a little bit late, so I didn't catch the beginning, so which is a shame. But I managed to get into the game, and then suddenly the signal from Bulgaria just cut out. So yeah, not able to, wasn't able to watch it all the way, but was able to listen to it on the radio and stuff like that. And it looks like doing quite well. This is the team news right now, which is just over my face, as you can see, and it's a stronger side than I was expecting, really. I know this is an important trophy, but I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised that we're going with a relatively strong side with Ben Davis and Matt Doherty as the fullbacks. I presume Ben Davis will be working in more, and Doherty's got a license of Rome, as it were. And with Sanchez and Eric Dyer. Lloris is in goal. I thought he was going to make way for either Gazaniga or Joe Hart, but yeah, it's a full complement. And then you got up front Son, Bergwijn, and Kane, and good complement in the middle there with Sissoko partnering Højbjerg with Giovanni Lo Celso further up as well. So it looks good. It could be a 4-3-3 or slot into a 4-2-3, 4-2-3-1. Depends on, I guess, if we're attacking or we're defending. But so far, that first half hasn't been too bad. I kind of got in just as we hit the crossbar, and well, we're holding on to the ball. We're playing some good football. What Lokomotiv are set up to just kind of hit us on the counter, which is kind of like what they're doing, really. And and so far, it's kind of working to our favour, really. We're having a lot more of the ball and playing quite well with it, and yeah, we're creating the chances. As I said, I think it was after 10 minutes that we struck the woodwork. A lovely uh, uh, cut back to Bergwijn, who rattled the crossbar from the edge of the box. So yeah, it just shows the intent that we had. I mean, we had a couple of other chances. I mean, Dyer's free kick chance. I thought he was going to do a lot better with it than he did. I think he just went straight into the wall with it. But also had a penalty chance. Well, a penalty. We should have had a penalty. Bergwijn going down on the challenge, and referee just waved it on. Literally just waved it on. And yeah, them's the breaks. I guess I guess we don't do penalties anymore apparently. But yeah, so we've had a couple of decent opportunities, and it's not to say that they haven't either. They've had some good. They've been in some good positions, but chances have been blazed high and wide and handsome. So we have to watch out for their attacks on for their counter attacks because they're playing more like the away side than anything else. But we're holding our own. We're doing well, and you just have to try. I mean, basically, with the number of games we've got coming up, we don't have to expend that much energy. Well, hopefully, we don't have to expend that much energy. We'll score the goal and we'll just keep the ball off them. That's what I'm hoping for. But as you know, this is Spurs. This is a big game, so who knows what could happen. But I like to think that we turn the corner in this thing. But let's just say that we're creating more chances today than we did against Everton, and hopefully we'll be able to take one of these chances. And as soon as the link comes back up, we're going to see what we do in the second half. But there it is. It's half time at the moment in Plovdiv, and scoreline reads Lokomotiv nil, Spurs nil. Well, it all kind of blew up in that second half, didn't it? Wow, it was yeah, it was very well. I know I was kind of relaxed in the first half, and then that second half we we started off quite well and did very well with pinning them back and creating chances, but they also were very dangerous on the break, as I said before. And yeah, how about that? All blew up in the second half, didn't it? Finished 2-1, as you can see, and wow, had everything. Three goals, in the space of 15 minutes. Had two players sent off, all for the same side, and they had a penalty involved in there as well. It was cracking. It was brilliant, and a wonder. Well, I say wonder goal in terms of team move. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and that's the only way I can really describe it. It was well, that you know, how do I describe it? They played well. They played very well. You can see why they were very dangerous. You can see why their chairman was waxing lyrical about what they're going to do to us in this round, and they were so desperate to draw us in this round, and he wanted to take advantage of I guess any kind of perceived um, weakness we might have had, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to, well, scarily enough, it almost was. You know, they took the lead after 50 was it 70 minutes. That the first half of the second half was kind of dead, really was dead. Just we're just kind of like shadow boxing, really, and then it all kind of blew up after we made a substitution. Lamella came on. I'm not saying that this is actually linked with them taking the lead, but Lamella came on in the 70th minute, and then literally a minute later, they have a corner, and I think it's their defender Minchev, Georgi Minchev, leaps like a salmon after and heads in the flick on. That was 1-0, and I actually was kind of fearing the worst at that point because we weren't creating we weren't creating clear cut chances. We're creating clear cut chances, but weren't really testing the keeper as such. We hit the bar, but that's not going to make the keeper work for it. And that was 1-0, and we were the good thing is that we didn't panic. And that's what it was, and we started creating a few more chances, um, and then that's when Lucas Moura came on, and that's when we started stretching them a bit more. Stretching them in wide areas, actually making their defenders come out a bit, and that's what we weren't doing. We were just playing in front of them really for most of the game, and that's actually what we did against Everton as well. Just played in front of them. We didn't really press them as hard as we should have done. Um, and then literally 3 minutes into Lucas coming on, we then have a well, this is where it gets a little bit crazy, really. Um, it does get a bit crazy, really. We have a corner. I think it was from a corner. Uh, the ball comes in. There's a bit of a melee in the box. Kane goes up the corner was actually like a crossfield ball. Kane goes up for the header. Pushed by the keeper. The keeper gets it, flaps at it. They were appealing for a foul on the keeper. Obviously, he was nowhere near the keeper. He was literally jumping up for the ball. The ball then comes out to Davis, who then powers in the header, and their defender, who was it? I think it was Almeida that just literally claws it off the line. I'm sure it crossed the line anyway, but claws off the line. Obviously, we're given a penalty. He gets a red card, and gets a red card, and then and straight it off. And so that was kind of so that was that. And then the referee then shows a second red card to another one of their players, Carragaren, for well, we later found out is because he roughed up the penalty area and then ran away. So he was trying to destroy the penalty area and beat basically. Referee gave him a second yellow card straight off. That was crazy, yeah. And then obviously Kane scores a penalty, 1-1. And then this is the moment that has me gushing really. 5 minutes later, Ndombele picks up the ball from our half, passes it into I can't remember who it was for now. Passes it in, receives the ball back. He then passes it straight to Lucas, who then with another one touch pass passes it back to him, back to Ndombele, who then I don't know if it was the cleanest of contacts, but or whether he meant to do that, but the ball then trickles in. Keeper was nowhere near it. 2-1, and we then see out the game, keeping the ball for ourselves, and then just taking the sting out of the game, and then making them run for it. And you can see the confidence there when that second goal goes in, and that's the important part to remember that you know when that goal goes in, there's like a weight lifted off our shoulders, and we start playing in a bit more of a relaxed way. And if only we started the game that way, instead of just kind of like fearing what might happen. It's an important game, obviously, and if we lost this game, we're out of Europe. And but we live to breathe another day, and sorry, live to fight another day. Sorry, and it is what it is. But we got the second goal and we chilled. But when they went a goal up with 20 minutes to go, I just kind of feared the worst, especially after what happened against Everton, where we went a goal down and we just cruised to a 1-0 defeat. I didn't want the same thing to happen here. But now we go to the game away to Southampton in good heart. And their chairman and their manager were yapping so much about what they're going to do to us. They leave in very, very poor heart. And that's the way it is. I'd love to have been in that stadium in Bulgaria. I mean, it looks so old school, doesn't it? It just looks so ultra communist. I would love to have been there. It would have been another grand to tick off, but well, you know what it is the moment. Yeah, it's the time that we're living in right now with the pandemic. We all have to do our part, of course. And well, so we go on to the next game, another game. It'll be the third game in 6 days. We only just part of the way through our run of 9 games in 21 days. Whoever thought this fixture up needs shooting, really. But there we are, and I'll look to try and bring a matchday supplement video we, for you all for that game as well. So we shall see what happens. But yeah, it's our first win of the campaign, and what a way to do it! Good goal for Ndombele. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know if he would have answered all the critics, but that would have done him the world of good. That's lovely finish, lovely move, lovely bit of attacking prowess. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we'll see you over the weekend. Goodbye, and come on, you Spurs.